Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Morrow, your art teacher. I'm just here to teach you a little something about drawing a landscape with a house. We want to focus more on the house this time. Now, I always tell my students the secret to drawing is knowing. Come here. The secret to drawing is knowing your lines, your shapes, and your letters. So I have a paper with lines, all different types of lines, and shapes. Let's go talk about lines real quick. We have a straight line going up and down. That is called vertical. We have a sideways horizontal straight line. That is called horizontal. We have a slanted diagonal line. Diagonal. Then we have our zigzag, our wavy, our spiral, our curvy, and our made up organic line. Why am I telling you all about these lines? Because lines are everywhere. And when you're creating art, you need your lines to create shapes. These are just a few shapes where I've actually left off quite a few, but our basic shapes, I have the rectangle, the oval, the square, the star, the heart, the circle, and the triangle. So I'm going to leave this here and we're going to just put them in the back of our mind because we will be drawing houses. And if you have your parents' permission, you can go outside and get you something hard to draw on with a paper and a pencil, eraser, markers, crayons, and just find a good spot and you can actually look at a house to draw. Now, there are all types of houses. There are big houses, small houses, houses with just one story, two stories, three stories. There are long houses called ranches. There are houses that have different architectural styles. You have two-story and three-story houses. You have apartment buildings. You have townhouses. So even if you don't want to draw your house and you want to look at a picture of a house, you can use your phone or the internet on your laptop or iPad, or if you have a picture or painting of a house. Sometimes it's good to look at things when you draw them. There are all styles of houses, including Chinese and Japanese style houses where the rooftops swoop off. If you've seen Kung Fu Panda or Mulan, you can see that style house. There's also Victorian style houses where you see the form, the curvature of the architecture. So a building is called architecture. Can you say architecture? Architecture. All right. Also, I want to talk about the texture. How does a house feel? Some houses are made of brick, some are made of frame. We're going to talk about all of that. Are y'all ready? I bet you are. Let's go ahead and draw. One tool. Now I have my white paper and I'm using a Sharpie. You might want to use pencil and eraser. But one tool that helps you draw straight lines, a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, it's okay. You can use something hard, crayon box, tissue box, shoe box, so that when you draw, you can use the edge to draw your straight lines. So that's just an idea. Or you can freehand draw, or my favorite, you can sketch. All right, I'm going to bring the laptop closer. That way, we can focus on the drawing and not just Miss Marl. You'll see the part of my face, my hand. Okay, so this is going to be the paper. That's just some shapes and lines. Now decide, do you want to draw tall vertical like a tree or sideways horizontal? I'm going to say sideways horizontal. The first thing you want to do, boys and girls, is you want to draw your ground. You don't want to draw your house flying in the air. I like to just sit my ruler there and I'm going to take my Sharpie and just trace on the top of a ruler. There's my straight line. Now, depending on how much space you want underneath your house, you might do, and you can measure to make it the same and go up 2 inches and put a dot there and then do the same thing over here and do 2 inches, and you can make your ground bigger because you might want to add grass and the sidewalk and the street. You can get as detailed as you want. Let's think about how long our house is going to be. For my older kids, if you are a perfectionist and you want it to be perfect, use your ruler or straight edge. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and make this house. I think, and you want to leave room for the top. So I think I'm going to go ahead, leave space on the sides. Let's see, I see the numbers 10, 9, 8, 7. I like 7. So I'm going to stop at 7. I'm going to go on the other side. Try to keep it because the numbers flip. There's centimeters on this side and inches on this side. And I'm going to put a dot next to the 7 on the other side. All right, now we're going to basically connect the dots using our ruler. Okay, now I'm going to draw on the right side. If you're left-handed, you might draw on the other side. I'm right-handed. Got to think about all these things when we're drawing. All right, we have our basic box. This is just your basic box. But you know what? It has the same measurements all the way around. We have space on the end. If you want to add a tree, we have room for the sky and the roof. We have room for the ground. All right, what's next? Thinking about the rooftop. What type of house? You know what? I'm trying to think, do I want to switch over to my pencil? I think I'm going to go ahead and sketch with this. So for my rooftop, I want my rooftop to stick out wider than the base of my house. So I'm going to use my sketch lines. Remember, you might not want to do this. I don't want the basic triangle, but I want a triangle on there. Some houses are made a little bit differently. Okay, so now that's going to be my rooftop. You can make just a basic triangle if you want to, but you don't have to. Now, you can make the door touching the bottom if you want to, or if you want to get more detailed, you can make a porch. How do we make a porch? I like to make stair steps. This is a very, very detailed painting or picture. I'm sketching now. I'm just going to do some lines for my steps. Okay, now if those are the steps, that means my house has a porch. Okay, so if you were going up to my house and you have a porch on your house, there are the steps. This is the front part of the porch. And now you might have a balcony. All right, so for your balcony, you might have like a fence. You might have to draw another set of lines. All right. So that's where people might hold on to it. You can even draw the little banister if you want to. Okay, so imagine you walking up the stairs. I'm gonna bring a little bit closer so you can see. I didn't know I was that far away. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's see. Now we can figure out where is the door. Now the door wouldn't be at this top step because you got to walk further back. This is for your older child drawing a house. I'm going to make a rectangle doorway. I'm using my ruler. You can freehand draw if you want. I might freehand draw. I like to sketch. So if that's my door, I might draw a line on the side because that's the walkway. Okay, now I might have a long window. Now I want you to watch me sketching because I make a lot of mistakes, but when you're sketching, you need your mistakes to help you figure out which way to go. All right, is there a window over here? Is the address over here? What if we make a little rectangle and put some numbers in there? I put 1, 2, 3. Do you have a window in your door? How is your door not made? You have to think of all of these details. Okay, next. What texture is your house? Okay. If it's a texture like a brick, how does a brick look? It's really rectangles, but you can I like to put little T's, upside down T's, or you can actually make rectangles throughout the whole house. So this is adding texture. If it's framed house, it's just lines. What if over here we do the wavy line? I told you guys we need lines and shapes throughout the whole house. Now you can get very detailed. Some people do this and then they get very detailed. It'll take you a long time, but you could do it. All right. I'm going to stop here because there are endless ideas. I want you to look at some different type of houses. Well, you know what? I changed my mind. I think I want to add curtains. I think I want to add a window here. I think I want to add a window here. What is over here? You know what? I think I want to add a fence. Now we're going to talk about overlapping. Overlapping means when you put something in front of something or behind something. What if I let me see. If this is the grass, what if I put the sidewalk right here and this is all grass? What if I put some bushes right here? What if there is a tree? The fence is in front of the tree trunk is behind it. What if you draw some branches? The way you draw branches is you make little Ys. And then you can color stuff on there. What if there's a tree behind the house? How does that look? Is there a fence? Is there a garage over here? If there's a garage, is there another rooftop over here? How does that rooftop look? Have you ever seen a double rooftop? How does that look? All right. So now, if this is a garage, is the garage closed or is it open? If the garage is open, there's a little string, and maybe the garage has lines. There are endless opportunities. What is on the grass? Are there flowers on the grass? Is there a squirrel on the grass? Is there a car parked in a garage? Is there an upstairs window? Do you have a chimney? Is there a part of the sun or the whole sun? Draw things that belong in the sky. You can cheat and do little letters. Remember the secret to drawing, knowing your line, shapes, and letters? There's a curvy letter M for a bird. The birds are far away. Maybe a letter V. Maybe there's some clouds up there. Maybe the clouds are overlapping. Okay, is there another house next door? And you're drawing part of the house behind the tree. All right, so that makes it a neighborhood. There are endless opportunities. Okay, what else? You add a window there. What does the balcony look like? Does the balcony have lines? Is it a gate? Is it a fence? Is there a chair on the porch? Add your lines, okay? If you have an upstairs house, then really quick, I'm going to try to hurry up and draw upstairs house. I'm going to sketch the ground. So now I'm going to sketch. I'm not going to use my ruler, you guys. I'm going to do the upstairs house. Maybe it's 3 stories. Let's see. Maybe we do. This is how my house looks. It's 2 of them. And then maybe there's part of the house up here. I know you're thinking this is messy, but maybe this part of the house right here comes out. And then this is the garage right here. And then maybe you have a door. There's no porch. There's a door. How you like my, these are called gesture lines. And maybe you have a window downstairs. I can't wait to do some sketching lessons with you guys. And maybe you have some windows upstairs. Maybe you have windows right here too. This is called fast sketching. How do your windows look? Are there crosses inside for the window panes? All right. Maybe you draw, and this is the grass. Uh-oh, that's the driveway. So look, I made a mistake. So then maybe I just do some little lines here. Grass here. Okay. So that's another type of house. If it's a Japanese style house, remember it's going to swoop out. All right, so we have two types of houses. I want you guys to study on different types of house. Once you study the different types of house, I would like to see texture in your buildings. So remember, this is architecture. And if you decide to become an architect, you make a lot of money, I tell you that. You have to be good at math, measuring, and you have to know the texture, the style of the house, how many windows. You know, building a house is not easy. People have a hard job building houses, even designing the house. Think about all the stuff we're drawing. All of those things people had to think about before they built the house. Okay. Is there a window in your door? Is the door made out of wood? Have designs on there? Is there a tree next door? Here's the car parked in here. The details are in this. Remember to put things that belong in the sky. Put things that belong on the ground. Maybe they're flowers. So I gave you guys two different types of things that you might see on a two different style houses. This is a ranch style house with one story. Different textures. I want to see the textures on your house. I want to see the nature, the trees, the flowers, the grass. When you color it, that's another whole art lesson. But I want you guys to be the ones who choose what colors you want for your house. Are you going to color it marker, crayons, or paint? What time of day is it? Is it nighttime and you do a darker sky and the lights are on in the windows? Is it daytime and you do a brighter blue sky? Is there a sunset and you do warm colors, red, orange, and yellow? You guys are going to be the ones to do that. I wanted to start you off, show you two different type of houses. You can make three-dimensional houses by drawing the sides of the house, okay? And I want to see texture inside of the houses, nature. I want to see some overlapping. Put something in front of something. So maybe the fence is behind the tree. The bushes are in front of the house. The car is behind the garage door. Okay, so you are getting ready to become an architect and design your own house. I want you to look at other types of houses first and learn about what you see, or go outside and draw your own house. All right, have fun. Bye, everybody. I can't wait to see your artwork.